And welcome back to a very special holiday Who Would Win. Merry Christmas and salutations. This one comes to us from, where is he? Deus Game Master, who asked the question, who will win a fight? Tatsumi Oga from BeezleBub versus Nero from Devil May Cry. One is actually a human who makes a contract with a demon. The other is a quarter demon. So Nero I've done once or twice on the channel before. I've actually never had Tatsumi on here, but I actually remember reading some of BeezleBub. Being a quarter demon and having a demon physiology hybrid, he is, first off, he's the son of Virgil, not the son of Dante. I don't know if Dante has a gun. I don't think so. But because of that, they're both half demons, he's a quarter demon. He possesses great strength. He is able to easily block attacks from a large sword using his left hand and the Red Queen. He's capable of easily overpowering Scarecrow, and physically is capable of stopping two Bianco and Giro in the middle of their throats. Basically, he's very, very physically strong. He's got speed. Basically, he's got like bullet time speed, very similar to the speed of someone like Dante or Virgil. And that, like in their young career, where they moved so fast, they were able to create a cone in a rainstorm. He's capable of running on a character's back faster than the effect of gravity. Accelerated healing, much like Virgil and Dante, he has a healing factor which allows him to basically regenerate his, regenerate. When Virgil tore off Nero's arm, Nero used Devil Breaker as a substitute, but by the timeline he stopped Virgil and Dante's fighting, his true powers had awoken. He regenerated his entire human right arm within a matter of seconds. That's some pretty high-level regeneration. Superhuman Endurance, he can endure high amounts of physical damage through displaying endurance. He also is able to survive for a short time with Gladius step through his chest, basically being impaled and still going. Demonic power manipulation, he's shown the ability to channel his demonic energy into his gun. Doublebringer, his right arm, and his manifestation of his demonic power. Doublebringer allows Nero to create spectral arm capable of being controlled by Nero's movements on his right arm. It is able to withstand punishment from the likes of Rebellion. Artifact Absorption can absorb items and use their powers to absorb items, and wouldn't matter in this fight. Billy, he's also a master swordsman and a master of unarmed combat. And his arsenal includes Red Queen, a mechanical blade customized by Nero that has a powerful fuel injection system. When the protagonist is sprayed into, when the propellant is sprayed onto the blade, allows him to unleash fiery attacks. Blue Rose is the product of Nero's own design. The weapon is a uniquely constructed revolver with two barrels, allowing two shots by firing near simultaneously. He's capable of performing charge shots. Doublebringer, his right arm, as we just said. Devil Breaker, after the loss of Doublebringer, so he did lose that, Nero began to use cybernetic prosthetics that replaced his previous arms. He has used other weapons like Yamato, Age of Sealed, Evil Legacy before, but that's his standard arsenal. Tatsumi Oga is more or less our lead in the BeezleBub series. He is 31 years old. Born August 31st. His age is, roughly speaking, 16 to 18. And because he was always basically a low-life punk who enjoyed a good fight. Never went out seeking a fight, but was always ready to, throw down when the desire required. Eventually, coming into possession isn't the right word. He found, or BeezleBub, Beels found him, unknowingly made a contract with him as he saw him as sort of a father figure, and therefore was able to, instead give him, abilities. He is an expert. He's an expert hand-to-hand fighter, being trained in martial arts and just being a good street fighter in general. He is a weapon specialist. He can fight with weapons such as crossbows and short swords. He has a spell mastery, which he would first display the capability of instinctively using Beel's power in a basic maneuver by channeling demonic energy and releasing an energy blast. After rescuing Satom, he reluctantly trained him under the demonic arts, and after a week, the delinquent would expertly use the same technique that he used to drive the pillar. Basically, he's very skilled using his spells, including Zabui's spell. Spell on his right hand expands and grows, moving up his arm, spreading across his face. The more it expands, the more Oga's power grows. First, when he lost control against a character, the Zabui spell temporarily extended to his arm, over his trunk and across his face. He's able to recreate the state through drinking super milk. Okay. Zobui Blast is basically an energy blast. Zobui Emblem Using the Zebui spell to target the opponent, he punches it until the enemy explodes into massive power from the massive power buildup. Zebui emblem hit combo, a 3-hit combo, where Oga places 3 emblems overlapping each other with great increased power. 5-hit combo. Black Tech is an enhanced version of this. This improved version is capable of defeating Basilisk, a Pillar Baron. Excuse me. Demon Lord Great Explosion places multiple Zebui emblems overlapping one another in a straight line for the opponent and punches the emblem that creates a chain of powerful explosion which can be used to boost attacks from a distinction. Zebui Finisher, the ultimate technique where it was used to defeat Naga and 2 other characters together, involving placing hundreds of Zebui emblems around the opponent, and he proceeds to create a linear chain of Zebui emblems in front of them to act as a trigger for an enormous explosion that destroys the top of a building. He's also capable of having super forms. There actually is one called Super Saiyan Switch that basically kind of acts like a Super Saiyan a little bit. But ultimately, he's got things where he can use certain abilities with Super Milk and things along the way. He has enhanced strength, enhanced speed. His strength is able to basically kick opponents' heads through solid concrete walls, even showing the ability to easily knock a person out by hitting them in the face with Beel's Rattle. Immense speed. He's shown to extremely fast. He was able to keep up with a motorcycle going 31 miles an hour and was later able to dodge attack at close range. Immense durability. And high electricity tolerance. Not that it wouldn't matter. So the question immediately becomes, who won this fight? Well, unfortunately, so I almost guarantee you it would be, Tatsumi doesn't really start shit, but he will end shit. Let's assume that Nero's doing his thing and Tatsumi gets involved and a fight breaks out. Beelz would obviously be there with him. Now, Nero's probably not going to try to kill Beelz. He's not going to try to kill a kid even if it's a demon. But that doesn't mean he's going to let Beelz just sit there. He may try to just take Beelz out temporarily. So it would more than likely just be a physical altercation for a while. And unfortunately, Nero is a minimum comparable, if not better fighter than Tatsumi, because he's, first off, much older, and second of all, he's just spent more time doing this. He's just more experienced and more versed in hand-to-hand combat in general. So, they're duking it out for a while, and Tatsumi's certainly very tenacious. He's throwing demon power attacks at him, and it's certainly a thing that it's certainly hurting Nero. But the problem that for Tatsumi is that Nero's regeneration is kind of on a next level than anything he really has to deal with most of the time, to the best of my knowledge in the show and the manga. So they're duking it out, but unfortunately, Tatsumi just can't do any lasting damage to Nero. Nero, likewise, can do lasting damage to Tatsumi because, quite frankly, Tatsumi might be enhancing himself with demonic energy, but he's still only human. If we maybe give him the Super Saiyan Switch, or Father Switch, actually, a strange technique that supposedly receives when Baby Beelz insulting goes into so-called Father's Rage, amplifying the power to the point where being able to defeat Jabberwock. Oga is more powerful in the state, is much more powerful in the state, even when he used Super Milk times 400 cc's. They were defeated. The power boost is later proved again. Oga easily defeats Yoi Natsu, whatever. This was later revealed to be the fusion of 2 ways of using demon's power. Spells and, Anko Kubokudo, which uses body and demon energy. It creates a new type of energy, recognized as annihilation energy. And this caused basically a Super Saiyan form, if you will, into Electro Arm. Manifests his power through Oga's body, increases the power bestowed in the state great enough where basically his abilities, he kind of has like a Super Saiyan style design and like an aura. Long story short, though, for this fight, in my opinion, is that Oga sure would be very tenacious in the fight, but he's still only human. Nero is not. Nero is far more skilled, has actual weapons on call all the time, demonic abilities as well, just like Tatsumaki Tatsumi, and he's just been dealing with this shit much longer than Tatsumi has. So Tatsumi would probably ultimately tire himself out, and Nero would just take him down. Be it with a blade strike, a bolt to the head, just knocking him out cold, whatever it may be. If he had to, and he felt Beelz was a threat to like the world or something, he'd probably take out Beelz too. So he probably, he's not as cold as someone like Virgil, but he certainly, I think, would do what he had to, or what he thought he had to. So, I mean, ultimately, I would go for Nero in this fight. I will say this. It doesn't help that I'm not really familiar. I mean, I'm familiar with both these characters. I never really played much Devil May Cry, and I didn't actually watch BeezleBub or read BeezleBub very much. I read a little bit of it. I didn't really get invested. But it's just my opinion. Merry Christmas. Put your comments in the comments below. Hit that bell if you want notifications. I'll see you on Saturday. Have a good one.